Welcome to another episode of Just Breathe, the podcast for Black moms by Black moms. And today, Jacinta and I are talking about the price of peace. Okay? I'm going to say that again. We're talking about the price of peace. Money, motherhood, and mental health, especially around these holidays. Okay? We know it's December. And we know that all of us right now are thinking about money and these holidays.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. We're not talking about the 3 M's post-it notes.
We're not.
We're talking about money,
Motherhood,
and
mental health.
And all those things together. Yep. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
The hustle.
Let's just, let me say this. Because real talk, when you talk about money, that's a trigger. Mm-hmm. When you talk about motherhood, that's a trigger. Mm-hmm. Then you talk about mental health, that's another trigger.
Yep.
And to put them all together and then say, here's the price of peace. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So now it's like defining what peace is.
Yep.
What does that look like for you? Can you have peace whether these things are great?
Yep.
Or whether they're not? The one thing that I understand is that peace is not situational.
No.
Peace is internal.
Yeah.
And so when we, for a while now, we say things like, I'm protecting my peace.
Yes.
And I'm not going to let outside things get and the reality is that if you really never had it, if outside things can disturb
Can
it.
take it away. Say it again.
You never really, lean in. I'm going to help you today. You never really had it if outside things can disturb it.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peace is internal. It's something that you have during the press.
Yes.
It's what you have during the difficulties. It's what you have during the trials and tribulations. It's not something that you gather once everything is cool.
You can send your offering to www.blackmomish.com if you would like to tithe into this ministry. Because sis just preached. Did y'all hear what she said? The peace is not something that you gather during the press.
No.
Okay? It's something that you carry with you. You already have
it.
The peace.
Yeah. And I think that that's part of why so many people are frustrated at trying to protect their peace.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like that I have to safeguard myself against all of these things in order to have it, when in fact should already be internal, right?
Yeah,
that's number one. But that hustle hangover, I think is really, really real.
Listen, because that's all you saw this year. It was all over social media, all over TikTok, all over everywhere. And speaking of TikTok, can I just say that the TikTok and the TikTok shop gets me every time. It is literally just perpetuating consumerism. Like buy, which causes, or it's all the videos of how can you get a side gig? How can we hustle? Here's how you should
post the video.
This is what
you hey, don't scroll.
You gotta post 5 times a day. You gotta get a side job.
Oh God.
You gotta have this extra gig over here.
Yeah.
These are gigs just for moms. If you're at home all day, go ahead and let your phone be your ATM.
Yeah.
All of these things that are creating this sense
hustle
of
mentality.
Hustle.
And I've never, believe it or not, I've never subscribed to I'm a hustler.
No.
I've never subscribed to I'm hustling. I won't even buy a t-shirt that says hustle on it. I'm so opposed to it, because my thing is, what does that mean? When I think hustle, I think about people shuffling feet. I think about movement, just going. And I'm like, I don't want to hustle.
No.
I really don't.
But that's the mentality that's been created.
It's the mentality that's created that's the only way that you can make it.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you can have money, and the only way that you can have good mental health is if you got money, and then you're a good mother when you got good mental health and good money. But I got to hustle to get it, which is making my mind
lost, gone,
chewed.
Do you hear me? And spit out.
Chewed.
Just unhinged.
Unhinged. Because we're trying to do so much. Yeah. It's like the grind never seems to stop.
Yeah, and I think that's a dangerous mentality, period.
Hustle and grind.
Because what I find is that even the generations that are coming under
Yeah.
us, they're also trying to hustle to attain and hurry up and get these things. I had a conversation, my daughter's 22, and I had a conversation with her about how she feels behind in life. At 22.
Wow.
And we talked about it, and I was like, where does this come from? And she's like, well, on social media, people are, they have their own homes, and they have all this money, and they have all these things, and they're doing all of these things. So at 22, I feel like I should be doing all of these things, and I should be taking more classes, and I should be working harder, and I should get a second job, and I should get a third job, and like just all of this unnecessary stress. And what is happening to these kids is that their mental health is declining. And the same thing is happening for us. We feel like the holidays are this time where we have to provide all of these things for our children, or show up, or we have to have things under the tree, or even from decorating. And y'all know I love Christmas. Okay, let's be clear. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. I'm going to decorate.
Let me just help you understand the fact that we still have another holiday even in the house right now. It hurts her feelings.
I love Christmas. So I want everybody to be clear. I am going to put up my Christmas
starts
trees.
for her in October.
I am going to put up my Christmas. It does. You sound like a hater, don't she? I am going to put up my Christmas trees. I love Christmas. But even
when you see this episode, my Christmas tree probably still not going to be up. So
I find myself even watching videos of people who decorated their house a certain kind of way. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do that. I gotta decorate it this way. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to have these little, I went to the store the other day, and I will not name the name of the store because they are not paying us. Okay, not a commercial.
And she was in there.
I was in there.
And I had the nerve to send her. And here's the problem, right? Because the hustle hangover, I had the nerve to send her 3 videos of gift ideas. Do you know she was in the store like, yes, I'm about to go buy that stuff right now because these are very cute. And I said, you know what? Wrong. Let me not send you another video.
Not another one.
Not another one.
But I saw a video of these decorations.
Yes, which were really.
I got in the car.
So pretty.
And went straight to the store to go find it. And when I got there, I saw the price of them, and I was like, no, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. But I immediately went to, that's okay, because I can pick up another this to be able to pay for this, and I can just do another this, and I could just, and why?
We have to stop the grind mentality, not the work mentality. Because what we understand is that work actually is designed to pull out of you the gifts and the talents that God put in you. It was never designed for you to have to hustle. It was designed for you to become more of what you were already created to be, right? And so that's that purpose conversation, right? But I think something that you said about your daughter and the fact that she's like, I feel like at 22, I should be. At 49, I've had to have this same conversation with myself. And I realize I'm actually right where I'm supposed to be. And I think that we have looked at society, and we have looked at people, social media, and not that those things are bad, but I think that they have created this persona or this mindset that this is the standard when in fact it's really not. And the truth of the matter is that some of these people are getting rich because they're charging you $10,000 to learn how to do something that they just started doing 2 days ago.
And that you can find on YouTube for free.
Right, for free, but you're going to pay them $10,000. So when they say, let me teach you how to be a 6-figure earner, guess what? The 100 of you that sent them that X dollar amount just made them a 6-figure earner. You're not, or more. And then they're going to take that money and go rent a space that is used for multiple creators. And then they're going to show you, look, I decorated my home. oh, I just woke up this morning. Watch me, a 22-year-old millionaire, go to Starbucks, right? You living in your mama's basement. You rented an Airbnb. Like, and I'm not saying that that's everybody's life, because there are people who really are out here doing the doggone thing. Yeah. However, not for the sense of my peace and my well-being am I going to feel like I got to keep up with everybody else. I don't need to hustle. I don't need to keep grinding. I do need to keep being productive. I do need to keep working toward a goal for me, but I don't want to do that looking at other people and feeling like I gotta keep up, right? Yeah. And so I've come to the realization, like, Jacinta, you've not missed the mark. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, especially if I say that I believe that God's timing is perfect. And I believe, right? Yeah. Like, there's some things that we say we believe, and then we like, but this ain't. But I'm like, no, so he already knew. So then I'm right, I'm where I'm supposed to be, right? Yeah. So I'm not missing anything. I'm really not. So I don't want to hustle.
No, I'm not hustling.
I don't want to have a hangover going into 2026. I want to go ahead and take whatever I need to take right now to get rid of that hangover, so that I can walk into 2026 on a clean slate. Like, really, for real, because we do this every year, right? We do it every year. I'm going into the new year with, like, for real, y'all. Let's for real, like, be like real talk. Yeah. Let's take a moment to pause and say, okay, 2025 has shown me XYZ, right? Talk about and share, like, a personal story where for you, finances.
Yeah, that's stress.
Emotional stress. Yeah. Like, reflect on those lessons learned, right? Yeah. Like, put in the comments, this year, the year of 2025
has taught me.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's taught me what? Like, if you've been out here hustling, what did that teach you?
I can say for me, I can answer that question. So for 2025, I think 2025, if nothing else, taught me that I cannot settle. And that what I have on my life is not to be played with. Yeah. And that I have allowed myself to confuse humility with not being able to be in the forefront. So to be humble for me meant to stay in the background, to not shine, to not, put my name on things or to put my face on things but that's not humility.
No.
If I have a gift, if there is something that is on my life to do, who am I to say, no, I'm okay, and back here just pulling the curtain.
And let somebody else do it.
And let somebody else do it. Or I'm going to have somebody.
But they're unable to really carry to do it. What you've been
because it was given
right?
to me. Yeah. And I think that is where, for 2026, I am walking with intention. Yeah. And I am walking in a sense of boldness and non-settling. We talked in a couple episodes about that whole body yes. If it's not a whole body yes, it is an absolute no for me. And I also think that, now there's some things about hustle culture, and I say that lightly, that I do agree with. I do believe that we need to have a better work ethic. I do believe that if we say we want this life, X life, whatever that life is for you, we can't just keep walking around saying, oh, I want to be a millionaire. What does that mean? Yeah. What are
the goals and the steps that you're going to take to get there? Yeah. And I think that there's a way to work toward that without feeling guilty if you have to slow down.
And knowing what your numbers are.
What your numbers are.
Because you might not need, in order to have the life that you say that you want, you might not need to be a millionaire. Yeah. What if your number is $600,000?
What if your number is $250,000?
And that's all you need to live comfortably and to live with a sense of freedom. Because I can say for me, when it comes to redefining wealth, for me, I thought meaning wealth meant you were rich. Wealth meant you had money. And that is not... I have a lot of wealthy friends. Yeah. I have a lot of wealthy family members. Yeah. And what I'm looking at them and what I notice that they all have in common is freedom of their time.
Freedom of time.
So for me, I have redefined what wealth looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, that dollar amount is going to give me that freedom of my time that I need. But for me, wealth is just the freedom of my time. I want to own myself.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to tell me that I have to be somewhere at a certain time and this is how long I have to be there, or I do not, I might not be able to feed my family. So I think one of the things that we need to start to do to kind of reverse this idea of hustle culture is to redefine what wealth means.
Yeah.
We gotta reframe.
What are we hustling for?
Where are you hustling
what are we trying,
to?
where are we trying to
going?
get to? Yeah.
So if you don't know what wealth means to you,
you'll
then
chase
I
whatever
think you're
you
just
see.
gonna chase. You're just out here chasing the white rabbit down these rabbit holes, and you're wondering why you're tired and why your mental health is declining. So I want y'all to think about, what does wealth mean to you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop in the comments. Yeah. What does wealth mean to you? What does that look like for you?
It can be energy.
Yeah.
It can be your joy.
Yep.
It can be your peace. It's time with your family, right? Everybody, there are people who, believe it or not, don't even want money like that.
They don't.
Because they've been taught, the more money, the more problem, the more money, right? Like people have kind of adopted that. So some people are like, I don't even want that kind of money. I just want enough to live comfortably, right? And when we move, I think we've had this conversation too, moving away from the mindset that wealth is only money.
That's only money. So
right? Wealth and legacy and things like that.
Yeah.
And so when you're talking about the price of peace, money should not become a factor in whether or not you have peace or not.
And it shouldn't compromise your peace.
It should not compromise your peace.
Because in order for me
to, sometimes people got money
and you think about how many celebrities we lost to suicide. But you think about how many celebrities, if you think about celebrities that we have lost that were what we would consider rich, and they took their own lives. Robin Williams, the owner of Kate Spade, like you think about just countless celebrities who we were looking from the outside, like they got it made.
Young man who played for the Cowboys, I think, Dallas Cowboys, the young man who just took his life.
They are taking their lives because they have compromised their peace for what society has told them is wealth. And that those things are not synonymous. Just
with
because you are wealthy does not mean you are at peace.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean that you're in your right mind.
It does not mean that you are mentally well.
It doesn't mean that you are mentally stable, because there are things like my husband and I, there's a young man currently that we are in close proximity to. I don't know him personally, but we are in very close proximity to him. And he just recently posted about how he's been dealing with, real heavy battles of depression. But you see him on stages, you see him in places and spaces, and the assumption is, and then as women, he is married. So as a Black woman who then has to say, man, my husband is out here trying to take his life. How does that weigh on my peace? How does that weigh? So we got money. We looking good. We traveling around the world. But how is that affecting my person? Right? Like, is that the type of wealth that I want? Or would I prefer to have the wealth that has my family healthy, whole, and stable? Right?
We just watched the Eddie Murphy special last month. And he talked about how there were times in his life that because he started so early hustling to get out of the poverty that he grew up in, that he started so early, he got to a place in his career where it was no longer fun for him. And that he was known as the funny guy. But on the inside, he was just kind of like, meh. He was never depressed. He just couldn't figure out why it was no longer working for him. And then he noticed that people weren't laughing with him. They were laughing at him. And he talked about how it was 10 to 15 years where he did nothing. And everybody was like, what happened to Eddie Murphy? What happened to Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
And you're looking at a man who you would see in all of these movies. He has these comedy specials. He has all of these things. And people were trying to define him as he's this type of comedian.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no. So that is why he did the what's the Clumps movie? He did all of the movies where he was all of the characters, and he did Coming to America, and he did, because he wanted to show people, I am not going to be defined by this. I'm just a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And he did things that no matter what, it just did. He outdid anybody in that category by playing all the characters in one particular scene. Like nobody had ever done that before him.
Right.
And they said that nobody has done it since him. But even though he did all of those things and he achieved the highest grossing, he sold out Madison Square Garden, he sold out all of these arenas, he played all of these characters, he said the Oscars still never gave him an Oscar to this day.
Yeah.
So he was like, no matter what you do in life, he has gotten to a place where he is no longer chasing this idea of things. He said, I don't want to go nowhere. I just want to be. And when he said that, I was like,
me too.
Sir.
Me too.
You done said something, because nobody, he said, I just want to be.
I just want to be.
That's it. I just want to be. Indeed.
Be authentically who you are.
Yes.
And when you're in that space, that's what protects your peace.
Yes.
That's what, it's, again, reframing what wealth is.
Yeah.
Thinking about what that really looks like. How wealth plays a role in our lives as moms. Right? Because when wealth becomes more than just money, then we pause to have those moments to spend time with our children.
Yeah.
Building their character. Having those conversations with them that you're right where you need to be.
Yeah.
You're fine. Like, I don't want you to get into that trap of having to hustle. And then by the time you're 30, you're depleted. You have nothing else to give. You're burned out. Now you get married and you have children and you don't want to do anything because you don't work so hard to get here. Right?
Yep.
Then you think about how all of that plays into our mental health. Because then if we're chasing and we're hustling and we're moving, not working, we're definitely going to work. But if we're doing all those things, going down the rabbit hole, now we're tired.
Yep.
We're mentally unwell. Now we have these bouts of depression and anxiety, and now we're all over the place. And so then we have to bring ourselves back, right?
Yep.
So then now we need to create a culture of peace.
Oh, for sure.
Now we need to talk about, how do we then take all of those things, reframing what it looks like, and then creating a peace plan?
And especially around the holidays, because I think sometimes
this is a tough time.
This is a tough season.
It's a tough
season.
And
I think especially right now, there is this pressure to perform for the holidays.
I'm not.
If you at all. I don't cook for the holidays. I don't cook for Thanksgiving.
No, I'm going to
I don't
somebody
cook
else.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
My kids, I go to somebody else's house. Or you get a regular meal like everything else.
Everybody. That Boston Market.
What happened to Boston Market?
They
used to have a whole little package.
Sweet potatoes and the marshmallows on top.
But you think about how many moms are running around right now trying to cook all of that stuff to replace these meals, and they're out here just burning themselves out. Yeah. And we got to wrap all the gifts, and we got to buy the perfect present, and we got to look the part, and we got
to buy everything that's on the list.
And we got to pretend like we
say no to many things. My daughter already sent the list. She said, it's about that time. Here's my list with the links. Me and her dad, we go through the list, and we be like, and
none of them. Now,
no, you're going to get this, this, and this. We're going to do about 3-4 gifts. May God bless and keep you. But you want 45 gifts, baby. You got a job.
No, my kids, we opted for experiences over things.
And I love that.
So we don't do Christmas gifts. We do, and we're about 5 years in. Yeah. Where we take a trip every year for Christmas.
But isn't that tapping into what wealth is, though?
Yes.
It's tapping into what wealth really is. That's that time freedom, that ability to be with your family. That's wealth, number one. Number two, what it also does is it resets your mental. Because now you have a moment to slow yourself down. You have this opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Let's value our experience and time together over a gift that in about a year, maybe 2 months, You gonna be like,
Where is
oh,
that
where
thing?
is it?
I don't know
Oh,
what
do
to
I
do
still
with
have
it.
that sweater you gave me? And not that things are not nice or that we don't want gifts, but you're pulling back and saying, hey, let me reimagine what this looks like
Yeah.
in an effort for me to stay in a place of peace. And again, peace is internal. So no matter what's going on around you, you're still walking in peace. However, you still can be in control of what comes in your proximity to disturb your sanity,
Oh,
right?
for sure. And for me, stop Christmas shopping was one of the things that I needed to do for not only my pockets, because the older they got, the more expensive their gifts got.
Definitely.
But it kept me from being. Now I gotta go to the Black Friday sale. Now I'm out in line, standing in line
At 2 o'clock in
at
the
2
morning,
o'clock in the
trying to
morning,
beat the crowd.
trying to beat the crowd
Yeah.
to buy stuff that my kids are gonna lose.
Correct.
Cause what?
Cause what? Cause they not gonna play with that mechanical cat.
At all.
It's done. Them shoes that you finna buy, if they still in the growing phase, they don't need them $250 gym shoes.
It wasn't no point.
Baby, we listen. We at the stores. Y'all better go get them some Asics. That's what they get in there, right? Get something. Get them
I
some.
don't think it's Asics.
What is
I
it?
think you just made that up.
No, I didn't.
I don't
Those
think
the
kids are-
shoes.
I don't think kids are buying Asics.
The shoes
right
from
now.
Wally World. That's what they wearing. That's what my nieces is wearing.
No, kids want Air Force Ones, and they want
Not getting
Jordans, and they want now
Let me-
now what
let
is
me- let me tell you
what
what you
did
can
make
do.
a comeback was New Balance. Then and we,
Oh, I got a pair.
New Balance then came back.
New Balance is on her list, but
New
but,
Balance
but,
did make a comeback,
But we
look,
want
done got
you
off
to
task
protect.
again,
No,
y'all.
but we're still on because here's the thing. Exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yep.
We're talking about the price of peace. Now you about to go out here and go bananas and go nuts. Like I gotta find these ones.
Yep.
We gotta find this one. It's the yellow and blue ones. If they get the all white ones, they're not. No, stop. Come back. Stop. That's not you. You are putting yourself in a position where you are going to lose your sanity.
Yeah.
Trying to do all of these things, right? So what we want to do is let's talk about really quickly creating that peace plan.
Yeah. And I think a peace plan, before we wrap up, like a peace plan has to be something that works for you.
Yeah.
And again, we can't give you a peace plan. A peace plan for my family was doing experiences over things and not giving each other gifts.
Yeah.
A peace plan for you might look like, I'm going to buy my kids only 3 things for the holidays. A peace plan for you might mean I am going to redefine what wealth looks like. And wealth might just be mental health.
Yeah. Absolutely. We wrote down these things to leave you with some things that are practical. Number 1, when you think about a peace plan, think about what you're going to invest in for yourself. You're going to invest in your emotional health, your financial health, your spiritual health, right? Think about therapy. We talked about that. Think about those quiet moments. Think about getting rid of unnecessary obligations, right? All of those things that help to keep you in a place of peace, wholeness, balance, and wealth. Right now, I want us to do something because I think that this is a great place to do it. It's just breathe in and then breathe out. Just take a moment to settle yourself and to just ask yourself, man, have I been in the hustle? Has it worked for me? Am I looking at peace the wrong way?
Yeah.
And then just stop for a second and just breathe. And then take a moment to create your peace plan.
Yeah. Well, that's a wrap for today, y'all. We want to tell you, like Jacinta said, protect your peace as fiercely as you chase your dreams.
Yeah.
See y'all next time.
See you next time.